Hi, I got your plan open in a cross-section camera, and you can see this is 412 here, and that it connects, slightly up roof, and that's why you try to do the same thing on this side. It's going to interfere with this dormer. We'll go back to the overview. You've seen this before. You just click here and then join this roof to this roof. Well, it destroys the dormer. You've seen that. I'm going to hit Control Z and undo that. Now, one thing, I'm going to go back to the cross section. If you connect this, it'll be up here, and then by the time it extends over here, it's going to be very low. You get the see on this side that you've completed, the headroom there is about 7 feet. It's not very, except perhaps under the gable that you. And this roof isn't going to fit that. We put it at 7 feet. See, it's already the angle. If you extend it down, it's going to be not very livable. So, if you want absolute symmetry, well then you might leave this at 412. I'm going to change it to 312. That helps a little bit. And what you can do here, instead of just using the join roofs tool, find out what the fascia top number is on this roof plane, which is 103 and 5/8. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back to plan, and I'm going to move this shed roof up to be collinear in plan view with the main roof plane, like that. I changed it to 312. Let's see if it'll hook up. No, that destroys the dormer as well. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I plan to do. I'm going to undo that. And I found out what the fascia top height of this one is. I'm going to open this roof plane. And now that it's collinear with the other one in plan view, I'm going to lock the pitch and change the fascia top height, which is rather low, with the fascia top of the main roof, 103 and 5/8. That didn't look like that's right. You check that again. 102 and 9/16. It changed when I tried to join those. And change it to 102 and 9/16. See, I locked the pitch so that the pitch didn't change, and then I can move it around, move the height around. I didn't change it. I want it down here. Somebody's lying to me. The dialog box tells me it's up here, but okay. I thought I could use those figures, but I'm just going to use transform replicate and lower this sucker. Minus 12 inches. That'll move it straight down. And it looked like I need to go, what I wanted to do is match this figure to this figure, but that didn't work for whatever reason. I'm going to double click on this. Well, it's not opening. Yeah, okay, I got it. I'm going to drop it about 3 more inches. Minus 3. The idea is when see, they automatically join. Now when I click on the join roofs tool, it's not going to destroy the dormer. Okay. It did. And I'm going to undo that. Anyway, I got the shed roof attached. But if you pull it on out further, like the front one, it's going to be have a low. Let's go to the yeah. See how low that is? If you're standing right here, I'm 6'5". I'd have to bend over to stand right there. And this is 312. That's as low as you can get it for shingles. So I guess my 312 I did isn't going to work. Another thing to do is I can change the radio button position to the ridge figure and make it steeper from that point. Now that made it worse. Even less headroom. So the way to go at this, we're going to have to do it the hard way. And I'm just going to get rid of this roof plane and draw another one right over the deck. And its height off the deck will be picked up by whatever the ceiling height figure is in this deck, which is 8 feet. Okay. I'm going to change the pitch to 4. You can see how ridiculous this is. Okay, that's an 8-foot plate there, and that's kind of what you need. But you can see it's going to play hob with your the rest of your roof geometry. And you know this 7-foot height over here is just not going to work unless your clients are munchkins. So how do we proceed? Okay, you can see here on the first floor there's a polyline that outlines the it must be locked or something. It should be on the roof openings. Okay, it's not locked. So the roof openings, and that's what this polyline is. I wonder why I can't select it. Turn off the stupid grid. I won't select. Okay, it's probably because it's still part of the dormer object. So I'm going to click on the dormer. And so right now I'd say has this dialog box and so forth. I'm just going to select it and use this command over here called explode. Explode dormer. And what that does, it doesn't blow it up, it just makes it become individual walls and roof planes. And this polyline here cuts a hole in the in the roof, and we're going to have to do this manually. I'm going to leave it there, and we'll take the roof plane and put some brakes in it, matching the hole. Okay, I'll match that geometry. Now the hole looks like it just, no, it's still there, I can see it. Okay, I'm going to delete the hole. In effect, I've made my own hole. See, the dormer's still there, but I cut out the roof around it. And I don't think this is going to work very well because by the time we extend the roof around, it may interfere with the windows. So you got a design problem. For now, I'm going to drop it back to 7 feet because I can see the 8 feet isn't going to work. And this is just a bad design. It's not your fault. This is part of the design process where you figure out what works and what doesn't work. I'm going to drop it down to 7 feet so we can clear the windows. Okay, now I'm going to turn on the reference display. So this shed roof here has to stop just short of the outside of the wall, and we'll take this over here and just match it to the sides that are already there. Excuse me. Yeah, like that. But in order to wrap around the dormer, I have to break some lines around the dormer. So I'm going to put some break lines on the edges of the dormer. So we make a little space here. Now this edge here I'm going to connect to the shed roof edge. Just this side. Didn't take. Let me do it again. Okay, it did move, but not all the way. I'm going to drag. Oh, I see. There's a break here. Let me get rid of that. Got rid of the break by just dragging it to another corner. That's why the. Okay, we got. See, there's another shape here. Let me get rid of it. Okay, now this edge should connect to this one, and it did. Okay, it's a little bit hard to tell. That red, I'm going to just match this edge here. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So we got the same thing going on here. We got these see these little breaks here? That'll defeat the join roofs tool. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of those by dragging them to a corner. Boy, that's being stubborn. I'll drag the whole thing down there. Sometimes you have to zoom in really close to get the center handle on stuff like that. Wow, look at that, it came back. Oh, that's... Alright, I'm just going to stretch this out because it's trying to maintain its shape, and that's not what I want, or need or want, so that's what that was about. Okay. Now I think I've just got two edges, this one and this one. I'm going to join them. Okay, I think they, let me turn the reference display off. Yeah, it looks like they joined. Okay, now I've got this too far from the edge. I did it on purpose because I didn't want to get overly close. You can see this edge here is tearing into the side of the dormer, so I'm going to straighten that line out. I just need to get that down to one unbroken line from side. I still don't think I have it. That looks like yeah, there's a problem here, just like I had on the other one. Try to straighten that out. Okay, see that this is in too far, so I'm going to drag it over. Oh, we got another edge there. Blast it. Okay, that's better. Now this edge, this bottom edge, I'm just going to drag. Whoops. You have to get rid of all this weird geometry in the edge of the roof. If anything about using this software, sometimes you just have to be persistent. Because it'll throw you a curve. I'm going to check this in plan view. Okay, this line here, you can see that it's kind of out of plumb. I'll straighten that up. Turn the reference display on so I can, yeah, okay, there's the target. We want to stay just outside that red line. And we'll check, okay, that's beginning to look pretty good. And we're too close in over here. Probably the same thing I had on the other side. Just move it over. Oh, there's a jog. I couldn't see that before. You have to straighten out those lines first. Otherwise that looks better. Yeah, this one's still wonky. I was pretty sure that it was. That's the reason I went to plan view. Ah, that thing came back. This is left over from when the dormer was there. This is what I meant by patience. I take this and straighten it up. Ah, that little guy came back. Let's see what it looks like in camera view. That's not too bad. It's not perfect. I think for a free tutorial, this is good enough. And then you can do with the posts and so forth back here, and do that up here to support the roof. But to keep the dormer this size and shape the roof around it, see what I had to do? I had to go around the dormer, otherwise the dormer gets destroyed. And that's to get headroom down here and the angle that you want as well. Let's go to the cross section. See that? See, this goes halfway up through the dormer. And the only way you can do that is manually, like I just showed you. Okay, thanks for watching.